Let's jump into the title track. So far, the girl's been good to me.
I've earned my respect in the streets. The ghetto's been good to me. I'm never gonna turn my back. The truth I'm living, so I got to keep the facts for life. Come a long way, peeps, check my past. Crowds from the urban blocks thought I wasn't gonna last, but I'm true to hip hop. So I do what I got. And my ass was a rape to collect my part. I just keep the raw deal when they drop instrumentals. Niggas caught up in the cipher and their rhymes sound like riddles. On other words, they fit, cause they ain't true to it. Screaming happen to fit, and your rhymes ain't shit. To pick apart, they start from the beginning. Sugar Hill was flavor, but in 93 that rhyme style ain't winning. So stop, you're the reason rap won't be around. I'm strictly neck shit, but stick to strictly underground. I learned my respect in this shit.
It's been good to me. All right. I already gave this story.
Right.
The song has kind of grown on me because it's just been around, and it has over 1 million views on YouTube and I didn't put it up. And so somebody's listening. And another thing, now at the time, Pee Wee was the basketball coordinator for this movie called Above the Rim. And I actually had a part in Above the Rim. And I stayed up with Shorty No Mask all night one night, drove from Philadelphia to the set, sleepy, couldn't get my lines right. They threw it out the movie. But they put that song in the movie because Pee Wee was there. And I got a chance to get my brother in the movie and a couple other friends in the movie, which is dope. Pee Wee had pull. He's the Godfather. And we were shooting at the Rucker. And when I look at the, if you look at that video, the guy, the man, the boy, the young guy slamming the basketball, that's my brother. But he's also in that movie doing the same thing. So I wanted to make sure that I incorporated basketball in that video. Now, that's another video we shot with Daniel Hastings, right in my neighborhood in Brooklyn. I mean, everything was shot right there at the little park right there by my neighborhood, right on the corners of that. The first scene was actually the corner of my block at the little bodega right there on the corner right there. Across the street is where the cops slammed me on the ground one day. For real. That's another story. We were still very much in control of the visuals at the time. And Daniel Hastings is the person who shot that picture that's in back of you.
Okay. I interviewed him earlier this year, so I'm very well in tune with Daniel Hastings and his classic work.
Yeah. Now Daniel, when he first, mind you, he was just starting out. When we did that was one of his first covers. And then when we shot that video, I don't think he ever shot a video before that.
Wow.
But then he got a lot of work after that. He got the Boom Bap. He got Diary of a Mad Band. He got, what else? Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers cover.
Raekwon. Only built for Cuban Links.
Right.
AZ, Big Pun.
Yeah. And so, like I said, if you were artists of any kind, you were coming in and out of my offices. And Daniel, was something about him. I liked him, and we hit it off. I haven't seen him in a while, but we hit it off at that time. And he did a wonderful cover, like that cover. And if you look at the videos, that cover's in the video. You looking at that picture right there, that's Daddy-O in the back of in that picture right there. There's two guys in that picture in the background. One right there in the middle, that's Daddy-O, and the one next to him is the dude from Freestyle Fellowship.
Okay. Which one? AC Alone or Micah 9? Or somebody else?
Somebody else.
Okay.
Somebody else. You know what? Now that I think about that, it's funny. AC Alone and I became cool. Mike and I became cool later. He was one of Daddy-O's friends at that point.
Okay.
So he was just like, yo, this is my dude from Freestyle Fellowship. I was like, okay.
Dope.
You want to have them in the picture? Put them in the picture. Y'all looking through records.
One of you had answered. I had a supporter question for you. They were wondering why the song was included, or why it was not included on the Above the Rim soundtrack.
Okay, that's a different story. Suge Knight was in the bidding for that album. Death Row was. When they got that out, when they got the movie, they decided that they were going to put all Death Row artists, whether their music was in them. Because if you listen to that album, maybe 60-70% of the stuff that's on that album is not actually in the movie at all. So he used that platform, I guess, in his prowess to put Death Row on. I mean, because there's a gang of stuff that's in the movie that's not on the soundtrack, including my song. Now, even though Pac and I were real cool at the time, I don't think Pac was fooling with Death Row. He wasn't part of Death Row at this point. You know, he hadn't gotten arrested yet.
Right.
You know, and you know the funny thing, one of the last times that I saw Pac up there, I saw him here a few times, but one of the last times I saw Pac up in New York was during the scene where he got shot, and he had that orange. This funny. I remember it's like it's yesterday. He came up, gave me a big hug. He had this orange leather jacket on. I said, "What you doing?" He said, "We about to do a scene up in here." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up." And Tretch was close by somewhere. And it's funny, Tretch and I could be in the same area and not really get too much into it. Too much. I mean, he showed out a few times, and you know, but other than that, like, we would be real cool. It would be all right. That's another story. And I'm hoping there's water under the bridge, because yeah, I'm happy for all Jersey dudes doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, I mean, you know, anyway, that's another story. So, because I know a lot of people were talking about the chainsaw and Return Holy One video. I get that a lot. Tretch stole your chainsaw. I'm like, come on, really? Honestly? I mean, does that even sound realistic? And if I had a chainsaw, would he really be able to steal my chainsaw? You know what I'm saying? It just sounds like a joke, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he ended up putting a chainsaw on his cover to, you know, to kind of spit at me. And I get it. I mean, and I gotta say, man, look, I'm gonna take this opportunity to be a man about this, okay? For real, I'm gonna be a man about this on some real shit, okay? I'm about to be real sincere, okay?
All right.
Look, my apologies to Big Daddy Kane. My apologies to Gangstar. My apologies to Lakim Shabazz. And even though I didn't say anything about Flavor Unit, my apologies to Flavor Unit. Reason being, an old producer friend of mine and business partner of mine, the other half of Two Tone Productions, God bless the dead, Tony D, came to me one day and said, "Look, everybody's stealing my beats." I was just like, "Stealing your beats? Don't you steal beats? Ain't you like sampling shit?" He was like, "Nah, I'm talking about my whole composition." He's like, "In Control of Things, they took that. They took Master Plan. They took," I'm like, "Yo, does it really matter, yo?" He was like, "Man, I'm getting that then. I'm gonna do this record. You should get on it with me." And because Tony was my man, I was just like, "All right, cool, let's do it." And I did these lyrics, and Tony went one further by really going all out on the Flavor Unit, which he shouldn't have done that. And but the backfire became YZ's, not Tony D's. It became the artist. You get me? It wasn't my idea. It wasn't even my record. It was his record. I was just featured on the record. But it became my burden. And I should have known better. Hindsight 2020. Wisdom is the son of a gun, ain't it?
Right.
Anyway, Tretch took it upon himself, because he was the newest member of Flavor Unit, to say, "I'm going to go get that dude." He felt like he could come after me, but he forget I'm a spitter just like you. My flow might be a little awkward and off, but I'll get in your ass. I don't care about you. And he said something on his record. He said one to the two to the three and fuck the YZ. I hadn't even heard it, but my ear being to the street, somebody said, "Yo, who is this young nigga dissing you?" I was like, "What you talking about?" They said, "Tretch." I said, "Wait a minute, Tretch. I know that name from somewhere. I was at the Apollo, and Latifah brought this dude out on stage. That dude, he don't know me." And so I was just like, okay, let me get in this nigga's ass for real quick. He never came back with a diss. Notice that. He never came back. He said fuck YZ, but after I went in this nigga's ass, he never came back. But I'm not saying that to be on some fly shit. I'm saying, look, I don't have any problems with Naughty by Nature or Tretch. I don't have any problems with Lakim. I don't have any problems with Gangstar. Premier, Aki. I don't know if you will get wind to this. The world is small. You might see this. I love Gangstar, family. I always have. I love y'all shit. As a matter of fact, I had a chance to really sit with Guru. We talked for 3 hours, Aki, on a block in down kind of close to Canal Street. And God bless the dead. When he died, I cried, Aki, because I love that dude. I love Gangstar's music, Aki, and I want y'all to know it. So anything that you might have thought that I was feeling at the time, I mean, come on, it's rap music, Aki. That's all it is. And that's all it was. And you talking about a kid. I'm 21 years old and feeling like fuck everything. You get me? But the truth is, I respected everybody. If I didn't respect you, I wouldn't have mentioned you. I love Big Daddy Kane. I listen to Kane right now. One of my favorite records is "Come Get Some," you little bum. I make the cake, but you can't get a crumb. I listen to it damn near every day.
Right.
I love that nigga. That nigga was ridiculous. Matter of fact, he was just here not that long ago, and I was damn near front row. Warm it up, Kane. Warm it up, Kane. I love that shit. So anyway, to make a long story short, I wish that they could grow up and be men, man, and just because Premier took that shit to heart. I never asked anything of Premier, but I love them dudes, man. I respect them dudes. And I hope that they'll forgive me for my ignorance at the time. You get me?
Right.
That's all it was. It wasn't really me trying to take any pot shots at y'all because at the end of the day, we sampled James Brown. What? You get me?
Right.
So how can I be mad at y'all for, I was really just doing my friend a solid, Aki. That was it. And it didn't mean anything to me. I did the record and forgot about it. Next thing you know, Cass is taking pot shots at me, yo. And hindsight 2020, I would have never did it because I would have loved to have made a record with Tretch and Lords of the Underground. What? That would have been bananas, yo.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Hakeem Green and Wise Intelligence and I, we were talking about doing this project called Y, which is WHY, which is Wise Intelligence, Hakeem Green, and YZ. Why have we not recorded that project yet? I don't know, because I know it will be bananas. Bananas. And it might not be stuff that people want to really listen to, but it would be something that I will live and take to my grave, okay? I would listen to that until I'm dead.
Right.
Because Wise Intelligence is incredible. Incredible. People know I have little beefs with him too. Why? Think about this, Aki. And Wise and I are good friends. That's my nigga. That's my dude. My G. I love him. But at the time, Tony D was playing Wise Intelligence and Poor Righteous Teachers and me plotting against each other while producing their music and mine. And mind you, at the time, Poor Righteous Teachers was signed to me. You get me? So, once again, the devil just got right in the middle of it. Not just say this white boy. I'm just talking about that energy of the devil, and tore us apart. And we lost a lot of years because of that. You imagine if we would have stayed together and kept that vibration going? I mean, Wise Intelligence and YZ back then, family.
Right.
You know, there was nothing like it. Nothing sounded like Holy One, and nothing sounded like Rock This Funky Joint. Nothing. Nothing. I hate to be all loud about it, but that's how
No,
I
you
feel
good.
about it.
You good, family.
People can rock this funky joint right this second.
Absolutely.
The last record that they recorded was this joint called Can I Start This on that Poor Righteous Teacher's first album. It was the last record they recorded, but the first record they put on the album. Because I did a record called Disfiliar. And the flow of Disfiliar, Wise took it right in that record. Yes, again, once my friend filled up my empire, that's my flow. If you listen to Disfiliar, Crocodile Dundee, that's it. He took it. I ain't mad that he took it. He was trying to prove a point. He was like, look, man, fuck you. To be honest with you, it didn't bother me at all. I went and saw them. I went and talked to them. As a matter of fact, before we even put out Crocodile Dundee, B-Fon and me went in to see Culture, Father Shaheed, God bless the dead, and Wise up in this abandoned building. They was making beats upstairs on the 3rd floor. And I was just like, look, man, I love y'all, but I got to tell y'all the truth. You know, we recorded this record, and before it come out, I want you to be the first to hear it. Culture got pissed off. But needless to say, we had a weapon. We didn't say that, but we damn sure had the air of that. So if anything would have went off, and I'm so glad it didn't, because I love PRT. Think about it. The first person that listened to them on the street was me. I was just like, yo, I love y'all. We got to put y'all on. I love y'all. And I love them to this day. I love their music, man. I love their vibration. I love Wise Intelligence's mind. Dude is off the chain. He's a true historian. He's a person that comes out here and will let you have it. And there won't be shit you can do about it. You know, no so doubt. You know, I want to put it. I want to tell people how I truly feel. And you always bring the energy out of me. But D-Nice makes me feel like I need to relax. Gotcha. And you bring the hypeness out of me. But I need these fellas to understand that I look at them like my brothers, for real. Kane, Guru and Premier, Shakim, Tretch, all of Naughty by Nature, and the whole Flavor Unit crew. Hakeem Green, Lords of the Underground. Did you know I used to manage Main Source for a short period of time?
And Adolf the Assassin, right?
Man, listen, this is what I'm saying. I don't like dropping names. But Adolf called me sometimes now. It's like, yo, you need to manage me now.
Right.
I'm like, yo, bro, after all of that, you know, Adolf was on Acid Rain.
Right.
And you hear him in the background, but he had a verse on Acid Rain. And during our problems, asked me to take his voice off. So I put New Child on it. And God bless. Save it for the stage. Save it for the critics. I love New Child's voice. He should have been a big rap star. For real.
Right. Hey, YZ, can you pause that just for a second? Instagram's about to kick us off because it's been at the hour mark. I'm about to log back on. Join me in about 2 minutes.
Okay, no doubt.
All right. Well, it's getting good right now.